This is the Global Podcast Network, where executives and professionals connect, share, and inspire. Stay tuned for the conversations that drive success.
And welcome back, everyone. Life is not always easy. I don't have to tell you that. And there's a lot of stuff going on in our world, a lot of uncertainty, things that present in your personal life. How do we deal with all of that? How do we even cope with that? We're going to talk about that today, some coping skills and much more. She's an amazing psychotherapist, works with people going through all different things, and so great to have her back with us. She always gives a lot of insight. Dr. Hadass Harel is on the program. How are you doing today?
Well, I'm okay. It's so great to see you, Steve.
You
It's really
too.
wonderful to see you.
You have like the best energy. Like it's just you're calming, like the voice of reason, and also that's coming from experience over many years of study, training, and helping people. Um, there's a lot going on that people have to cope with on a daily level, and sometimes
Oh,
they're not,
so
right?
much.
Right.
Yes.
And with that, what comes? Um, Stress, anxiety, uncertainty, challenges. Are you hearing a lot of that in your practice?
I am, yes, so much is just dropping on us as we go, and we have to just juggle it and also how do we take care of everyone else when it's dropping on us as well? It's
Hmm.
not like the universe is not, pooping on us as it's pooping on our clients. So
Hmm.
it rains on everyone, right?
So two different things going on here. We have the challenges in our lives that present, and you have to deal with them. I'm going to put that over to the side for a second and get back to that and how to cope. But with everything going on in our world, and even if we say, I don't read the news, I don't go online, I'm not watching TV for that, do you feel that we're still exposed to it? You can't get away from it. And even though
Rain still happens.
and do you feel that we're still feeling it, even though we think we're not feeling it because we're not really paying attention to it?
Well, as I'm saying, rain still happens.
Hmm.
It is still freezing.
Yeah. Yeah. It's this, I mean, every day, even if you just want to go on social media and check in with friends or whatever, you're going to see stuff. You're going to see things that might feel a little angst within. And even if I don't know, watch, I'm going to scroll past that. It's making an impression on our minds, right?
Oh, it's just sometimes you just want to say to someone, you think you have issues, but I just left this person 10 times your issues.
Hmm.
Uh, do you know what I just have to deal with at home?
Yeah.
Uh, but you don't say that, obviously, but you just say, well, have a little proportion.
Mm, mm.
I just, 10 minutes ago, a client of mine just says to me, well, I think the only thing I have to do with this, I really think suicide is the only option. Like, well, that's really terrific because I'm really humorous about options such as that. So I just say, well, that's it's always okay to vent about that. However, what are we going to really uh, do?
Mm.
Maybe we should like do
Wow.
this, that, and the other thing. Because I don't take drama very seriously. I always allow people to vent. Um,
Mm. Well,
um,
that's a great point you bring up there because many of us don't vent. We hold it inside. It
yeah,
starts building up, and it's got to come out somewhere, somehow,
it's
whether
always okay to talk big with me. I don't take big talk too seriously, but and it's always okay to want to say I don't like this life. This life is like, for the birds. I would rather have another life. I would rather have another life quite often. Um, don't
Mm.
you sometimes rather have your life be different?
Yes.
There you
Yes.
go. People don't like to say it. People think it's beneath them to say it, or it's like not cool to say, I would way rather have another life. It's like so liberating to say that. It's like
Yeah.
saying this life sucks.
It-
This
it-
life as is sucks. It's just so good to just like, going down the street and just like kicking something, kicking like leaves. This weather is fantastic for that. Like we can just kick whatever and just say, this
mm.
not good.
Well, and I get it. And there's some good things that happen in our lives, and then there's some challenging things happening in our lives. But ultimately, we have that thing called choice, where we can decide to.
It is okay to say, I am only grateful for the things I'm keeping.
Hmm, hmm, an
The
interesting
other
statement.
stuff I am going to work on altering, and that is okay.
I've never heard that before. I've heard that we should be grateful for things in our lives, and I completely agree. I keep a gratitude journal. Forgot to write into it. Well, I didn't forget to write to it in it this morning. I was running a little bit late, so I was like, I'll get back to that later. But I've never heard that said before. I'm grateful for the things that I'm keeping. I like that because it kind of says what you really are truly feeling. There's other things that, but then again, let's go here. Let's go
And
here.
I am grateful for discernment.
Well, yes, but the things, what are we keeping? Because we got things in our life, we're grateful for them. Got that. And that could be, I'm grateful for this cup of coffee. It makes me feel good. It's my little treat for the day. It's, $4, whatever. But the things we're not keeping could be the challenges that have been presented to us. But can we also say that I'm grateful for, I'm not keeping those challenges. I want to throw them out. No, thank you. Didn't ask for them. Go away. But
But
thank,
I'm grateful for the challenge because it taught me something.
that's my point.
I'm
Yeah,
grateful for the lesson,
that's my point.
grateful for what it has taught me,
Yep.
not for retaining the pain forever,
Yep.
not for continuing, as some people do, continuing to stab myself with that forever and ever and ever, because that is not a necessity.
Hmm.
Not becoming infatuated with that sense of poor me. I am just a person with a wounded sense in my heart, not grateful. Because if I stop being grateful for that woundedness, not good,
Hmm.
not good. I don't need to be a victim. That's not attractive to me at all.
Not to minimize anybody's challenges, but a lot of us ride in the victim mentality. What do they call it? Addicted to suffering. You're so used to it. So that's
If I admit that I like that a little too much, maybe I can put it up there and say, I have become a little too infatuated with that. It is buying me something that maybe is not so attractive. Maybe I can get my good points another way.
got it.
Maybe I can be fabulous in some other way.
Hmm.
Other ways to be fabulous.
How do you mean? Can you give us an example?
I don't have to be a fabulous victim. I can
Hmm.
be a fabulous overcomer.
I like that. But
I can be fantastic in real time.
well, it comes back to that choice thing. You make the choice to be fabulous and not be a fabulous victim. Is it easy? No. I totally get that.
It's not easy, but I need to spell it out first because sometimes it's not entirely conscious, which is why it is so fantastic to put our life story as we tell it to ourselves into words.
Hmm. Now, for the things that do challenge us, we're going through a lot of stuff. What about ways to cope? Suggestions there?
You know me, I love sensory stuff, but I think before the sensory stuff does come the story, because I am a little stuck on the story today, because today I saw a bunch of clients. Actually, because the season, I always tell you I have people that I've seen for a really long time. So today, actually, and talk about coffee, a boy I have seen since he was not even 17. He was 16 when I started to see him. I was actually seeing his mom. They moved from uh from Brooklyn, and he was in a gang. He was really fabulous. And he had a horrible trauma history. But anyway, he was very fabulous. He was in a gang. He moved from a gang in Brooklyn to over here to Brockton.
Hmm.
And he raised all his siblings, including one that was older than him. And he was raising pit bulls and birds. And he came here, and because his mom was seeing me, he wanted to see me. He didn't want the therapist he got. And at the time, he couldn't read. Now he reads fine.
Oh,
And he raised all his own kids and his brother's kids. And now he's actually, we're not going to talk about this, but he's actually 50.
okay.
And
And
we
and you
meet
started seeing him when?
when he was not even 17.
Oh my gosh.
Yes.
Like, wow.
And we meet a couple times a year. And he's really awesome. And he takes me out for coffee.
Nice.
Yeah.
Hmm.
So we had our annual meeting. And he brings like all the evidence. His oldest son is actually going to MIT. I mean, his kids have done amazing. Um, and his brother's kid is also really doing good. So we like review everybody. We review the whole clan.
Well, amazingly, you're so familiar with his story over many, many years
I'm
that,
familiar with everybody's story.
yeah.
I have a lot of kids like that where I kind of raise the whole family over time by working with key individuals. So he's so good. He really is so good. But that's how I look. I don't have to see people all the time. I see them over time. We reconnect, and then they go and do their work, and they do their work in the world. And, he could have been like a mafia boss, or he could have been the kind of person he is, who just has benefited so many people and has really lifted this whole family to wonderful places, um, and has done just so much good in the world. And
Wow.
at one time, you would have said, like, just to think that he can read, just to think that he's not only not a criminal, but also doesn't have panic attacks, doesn't, so many other people don't have panic attacks because of him. A whole neighborhood is in the right direction because of him. Well, I love this kid, but he's not a kid. He's 50, but
Mm.
But so am I older than I was when we met each other.
We're aging in oh, we just got older. A
Yeah,
second,
I
two
mean,
seconds ago.
it's really funny because when we met, he thought I was older than his mom. In reality, he and I were a lot closer in age, but
Wow.
yeah.
Well, you made an impact on his life, and and beautiful that you're both still in touch with each other, and so I like to check in, which I believe that we need to even do that within ourselves. You feel that way?
Yeah.
Like we should check in with ourselves. How we doing? How's it going? Maybe write it down, whatever it might be.
And sometimes he reaches out for me for tips about, well, this person has a hard time. This person in my life, this person in my circle has a hard time. What's a great way? And even when, because he helps dogs recover. He works with traumatized dogs also.
Wow,
So he reaches out to me how to work with them.
nice. So what do we, if we're in a situation where there's some challenge, got to cope, are there things that we can do? Like you said, you're very in touch with the sensory aspect of our bodies. When that's something, somebody triggers you, somebody says something, you're like, you're holding it in. You don't want to react to them, or something presented, and now you're a little worried. What can we do?
Slow down.
Hmm,
You will like this because you are very geared towards sound, right?
hmm,
You can use music. You can use voice. You
hmm.
can use your own voice. You can count. You can use your own breath.
What
You
I'm getting
can
from you is these are all things to take you out. Like I'm a believer in live in the moment. But if the moment is challenging, getting out of the moment or out of your head by doing these things, like concentrating on your breathing, takes you out of what's going on. It's almost like I'm going to step out. I'm going to step out for a moment. I'll be right back.
get out of our bodies
Yeah.
into things that actually take our bodies and ground us outside our bodies. So, for example, we say, why is this person pacing? It takes us out of our bodies into our feet,
Mm,
into our hands. We can tap. We can tap 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We can do it with our feet, but we can count. Counting is really helpful. We can count verbally.
mm,
We can have music that the rhythm is soothing to us, but we can connect with it consciously. So then we're not in our body that is hyperventilating. We can be in our consciousness that is actually out of our hyperventilating body. If we take the example of a puppy or a baby or a kid, we can tap on their back. But when we do those things of counting or doing something rhythmic, we're doing the same thing in using the rhythm.
mm,
Or if we regulate, if we do certain, like yoga breath is doing that tapping. Even those methods of like tapping on the body does the exact same thing that we do when we're calming a puppy. It's the same as tapping. And it's actually a hypnotic method also. It's the same thing. It's taking us out of the body and returning us to the body in a regulated way.
Isn't it the same thing as when they say, "Ah, you can't sleep"? Yeah, and this has
Count
been
sheep.
count sheep. So what is that
One
doing?
sheep, two sheep, three sheep, four sheep. By the time we have gotten to a certain sheep, we are sound asleep.
because why can't
Hop.
you can't sleep because you're thinking of things, whether you realize it or not. So I got to believe that counting sheep makes you focus on the sheep and not the other stuff. And then you
And
eventually
then
just
we're in a REM sleep wave.
exactly.
Hop, 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 hop. So it takes us out of our consciousness and into a REM sleep
Yep.
wave.
Is
So it
this
takes,
similar to when a parent soothes a baby,
absolutely, it's the same thing.
right? Hmm.
Because we are thinking we're so individual, but we really would rather be in a dyadic existence. So what we do is this, we split our own consciousness into that dyadic existence when we are ourselves, but we also the recipient, and we're also the one helping our own self be. We are the helped one and we are also the helper. So we are the figure eight of helped and helper at the same time.
Hmm. But we can do it. That's the thing. Many of us don't think that we can heal ourselves, soothe ourselves. I'm going to be honest. Last night, I knew I needed to make up a little bit of sleep, and I'm laying there, and I'm getting close to going to sleep. I fall asleep. I wake up like 4 hours later. All good. And I'm like, having trouble going to sleep. Don't laugh. This is what I did. I didn't count sheep, but this is why I said soothe as a baby. I did this.
Exactly. Or you
That's,
can, yeah, yeah.
and that took the focus of my mind on my hand. Plus, I don't care. I'm just, rubbing my upper chest by myself, but it feels like,
But it separates you
yes,
into two levels of consciousness at the same time. And we all talk about brain waves. We can shift ourselves from one brain wave to another one at the same time. So
yeah.
we go from one brain wave to the other, and that allows us to sleep.
And the weirdest thing is, Hadass, when I was doing that, it's almost got to a point where I didn't know I was doing it. It almost felt like somebody else was doing it. I
Yeah,
can't
because
explain it, but it's weird.
it split your brain waves.
I guess so. Like
Yeah, it split your brain waves to two levels.
it's like almost like a disconnect. Like it was, somebody else. I can't sleep, and then somebody else is soothing like a baby, and I was out like probably 10 minutes. I was conked out, sleeping, no worries whatsoever. Um, we're just about out of time. I love your practical approach to helping people heal. Like it's understandable, and you understand the stuff that we're going through, which many don't. Your level of empathy is like through the roof, like literally through the roof. How do we find you? If somebody's challenged, whatever it might be, coping, how do we connect with you?
Well, the number that reaches me directly is 508-631-7649, and that's also on WhatsApp. It's the same number. And also, it's possible to sign up with me on BetterHelp, which is this app that I also work on. So that's another option.
And
And
they would
so,
just search your name.
yeah,
Okay.
yeah,
Hadassharel.
yeah.
Best way to find you. And I'm going to throw here too. If anybody's got a question or a comment, feel free if you want to keep it anonymous, instant feedback, steve@gmail.com. Hadass, thank you.
Yeah, and then we will address it the next time we get together. We can actually answer your question without people even knowing that it came from you.
Totally. Make us look good.
Yes.
Thank you so much for today. I appreciate you. We'll catch up soon. Okay.
It's so great seeing you.
Likewise.
We'll
All
talk
right.
next time.
This is the Global Podcast Network, where executives and professionals connect, share, and inspire. Stay tuned for the conversations that drive success.